Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm going to be doing another Bath & Body Works update. So today Bath & Body Works released their second quarter earnings report and it has been posted. There's a bunch of articles, like finance articles about this, and also Life Inside the Page also shared a link as well. I will link Life Inside the Page, her blog, down below so you could read all of that. Check out like the official earnings report if you want to read it. What I'm interested in is if they're going to leak any like product information or any changes to the store, anything like that. So that is what I kind of want to talk about. But if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe and definitely keep on watching. So basically 2026, the sales, it seems, have gone down a little bit. Basically, this year is like an investment year for them. They're working on strengthening their growth with having these new type of product lines come out, all the changes they're making with like the store layout, how the store is, everything is in categories, like fragrance categories, like they're trying to improve their store. That was their reasoning for the less sales. And also they have like this consumer first formula to bring customers back into the store. Like they have this whole thing about that. And they did talk about fruit fusions. So I guess fruit fusions has been doing very well for them, which, I mean, we already kind of figured the way everything has been selling out. Exceeded company sales and saw several forms sell out. And they do plan to add fragrances in September and also produce form extensions in 2027. So they're going to continue on with the fruit fusions and maybe come out with new product types as well in the fruit fusion line. And the two new fruit fusions coming in September are going to be Plum Please and Cherry Crush. I've talked about this in my last couple of videos. I was able to find the hand sanitizers in store. Apparently, it was supposed to be part of Fall 2 launch, but it's getting held for Fall 3. And I'm not sure if these were supposed to come out in stores yet or if they were supposed to hold them, but my store brought them out and I'm happy. Like I said, Cherry Crush is like a berry cherry. I've talked about, I feel like a broken record repeating myself, but I know not everyone watches like every video of mine. And also Plum Please, it's kind of like a jammy plum. So there you go. They also plan to expand Everyday Luxuries franchise, which they called it. And there was some photos of, I believe it was Orchid Effect. They posted, they also have, and it looks like they're changing the packaging of the Everyday Luxuries. This is kind of the current packaging. It's no longer going to have like this quilted, faceted packaging. It looks similar to Very Violet, which I do not have on my shelf right now, but I read on Reddit there's mixed feelings about it because a lot of people want it to look the same as all the other Everyday Luxuries that they had, but then other people like the updated packaging. I definitely can see both sides to that. And it looks like they're going to bring out perfume for the Everyday Luxuries. They've done that in the past, but they didn't do it with the last launch. And it looks like they're going to do mini travel size. I'm curious if they're going to continue with like the body creams, because they did not do the body washes the last launch. It was just a fine fragrance mist and the body cream. So we'll see if they continue with that or if they just have it as a mist perfume and a mini perfume. I don't know. But they did say they're going to offer higher fragrance loads for the Everyday Luxuries. I guess more fragrance oil in them, and offer 5 new fragrances. We already know about the sneak peeks for Fall 3, so Amber Era, Orchid Effect, Trace of Blue, Worth Wanting, but we do not know what the 5th one is. So I'm curious what that's going to be. Could it be that Wildflower Rush? Was it called Wildflower Rush? That was sneak peeked like last year or the beginning of the year. I am very curious. And also, we've already seen sneak peeks as well as the new Pump Moisturizing Body Wash. So that's another thing that they're gonna have out, and I guess it's going to include more product but be the same price. Also, for 1,000 Wishes, Bath and Body Works states that they plan to update its 1,000 Wishes franchise with enhanced fragrance performance, so boost the fragrance as well, and also offer new packaging and a new flanker called 1,000 Wishes Granted. So kind of like they just did with Japanese cherry blossom, how they have a flanker forever cherry blossom, they plan to do that with 1,000 Wishes as well. Very curious about that one as well. I wonder if they're going to continue on with these flankers with their like legacy icons, like if they're going to do flanker for Into the Night and continue on. I don't know. But I thought that was exciting to know that what we should be expecting soon, maybe for like one of the winter launches. And then for the home care category, laundry and kitchen products they plan to discontinue by the end of the year. Apparently, they get 1% of annual sales in these categories, and it's just not doing well like for the brand. The kitchen products were only launched online. They never went into store. So I don't know how they could really gauge that with just being an online exclusive and not offered in store. I feel like they made the product, they should have gave it a chance in store or even like select test stores. I guess laundry isn't doing that well for them. I mean, the laundry is nice, but it is pretty expensive compared to like other brands you probably have used for a long time, like Gain or Tide. And it's kind of like a special thing you would buy once in a while. I don't see many people returning over and over to just purchase Bath and Body Works laundry for that $20 price tag. I do know they run deals like 2 for $30, but that's still kind of pricey. Also, their Amazon sales have tripled this past quarter, so it seems to be doing very well for them having their brand on Amazon. And then I guess their company is among the larger candle brands on Amazon. As well, for their products being an Ulta, I guess early response is encouraging for especially for the travel size and gifting products, but it's still early to tell like how it's doing in the long run because it just like rolled out. And they also talked about a little bit about their store plans in the future, like how they have clear signage and layouts organized by fragrance consumer, and the feedback has been positive, I guess, but they still plan to like, focus on it and see how it goes in the certain stores that they do have this plan, I guess. They did some store closings this past quarter. I want to say there was like 10 stores that closed, but they did open like basically they're closing stores in mall locations and they've been opening like standalone stores. They did open up a store in Brazil when we had the, Brazil summer launch, which I thought was a great idea, Viva Brazil. So I don't know. I thought that was a little interesting. And also does not anticipate the company becoming more promotional to drive sales. So they do not plan to offer more sales to basically earn more money. So I thought that was a bummer. I mean, they still have their sales, but they are definitely changing in the way they do sales, excluding a lot of collections, and it's kind of a bummer. It definitely is a bummer because like the blend bar collection is no longer included in the normal promotional sales as well as fruit fusions. When they do sales for those, they make it like its own sale, its own, franchise. And also for the reserve collection, basically, if it does well, they may bring out more products in 2027. They're kind of just seeing how the collection will do, like having its own like franchise, which this collection is also something that is excluded from sales. It's even excluded, like the wallflowers are even excluded from that 5 for 28 sale that's like in the store every day. Like they're completely taking it away from all sales. And even the single wick candle, which retails for 18.95, is not rewards eligible. So it's like its own brand within the store. So those are my takeaways for the second quarter earnings, like some key points I found interesting and I wanted to talk about it. But let me know what you guys think. Also, of course, if I missed anything, any key points, leave them down below. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.